Bring over the next subject.
No, please. I saw what you did to the others. Please don't do that to me. I'll do anything.
Quiet! Another outburst like that and we'll take your tongue. Sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, something wrong?
I haven't heard any status updates from the men at the docking area. I hope everything is getting moved off the boat in a timely manner.
Last update I heard was that things were moving fine.
And how long ago was that? An hour ago? 2 hours? What if something's happened since then?
I mean, they are moving as quickly as they can, ma'am.
Well, I need it to be faster. Just because we had no issues at the last delivery doesn't mean we won't this time.
Ma'am, if you're worried about Queen and Kinazev, it's not like they've been spotted in months.
That's what worries me. It's been too quiet this evening.
It probably just means they're dead somewhere we haven't looked yet. I mean, I really don't think...
If you're both so certain, then you can join the men at the dock and get the cargo moving quicker.
Yes, ma'am.
Imbeciles. My apologies for the wait.
Please.
No. Begging won't get you anywhere. At least not here it won't.
But I haven't done anything to deserve this.
Misfortune isn't always about what you've done. Sometimes bad things just happen. Because you weren't strong enough to find yourself on the other end of the stick. Isn't that right, Mr. Queen? Gah. I know you're here somewhere, Oliver. My ribs never exactly healed the right way from that beating you gave me with your bow last year. And right now, those old wounds are flaring up like if a storm was coming. There you are. I knew things were a little too quiet around here. I imagine some of that is your doing.
Let him go.
Or you'll do what exactly? That's what I thought. You are just going to stay right where you are until my men can arrive to restrain you.
Oh, am I?
Yes. Because if you even think about letting go of that bowstring, you can add this man's death to your conscience.
I've become a much better shot since the last time we saw each other.
How dare you? That mixture was perfect!
Oops.
Oh well. You can't say I didn't warn you.
No!
I warned you what would happen, Oliver. I tried before to teach you that your actions have consequences, but just like the last time, you didn't listen.
Wouldn't that make me the consequences of your actions?
That all depends on what you plan on doing here.
I came to stop you.
And you really think you can take me on all by yourself without Tiana as backup?
I can finish this by myself.
Aww. I see what this is. You're trying to protect her from me. That's cute. Very well, then. You've piqued my interest, Mr. Queen. Show me what you've got.
So what do you think? Well, her eyes aren't bleeding, so I suppose that's progress. Bonus points for her skin not breaking out into welts.
You aren't happy?
I'm not necessarily unhappy, but we've seen this kind of aggression before in our subjects. Everything else, besides the lack of side effects, just seems typical. We won't even know if the survival rate has changed until after continued observation.
Test subject duration aside, were you expecting something else?
I was just hoping for a bit more, is all. But this test is satisfactory for now. Go ahead and have them restrained for sedation. We'll monitor them from there once they've been contained.
All right, boys, you're up.
Easy now. Just take it easy, lady.
Why are you talking to her like a spooked animal?
Well, just look at her. I got her. Go ahead and try to grab the other arm.
Oh shit! Oh shit! She's got my arm!
Stop screaming! I got her. You just.
The hell?
What is going on?
I don't know, but the subject's tearing our guys apart in there.
Fascinating.
She's broken through the armor.
My God.
This is turning real bad, real fast, boss. Boss? I'm terminating this.
Not yet.
Are you crazy? We need to stop her before she gets through to us.
Gets through to us? Ricardo, that glass is made of one of the most durable materials known to man. Do you have any idea how strong she would have to be to even crack?
You were saying?
That was extraordinary.
You call almost getting tenderized to death by our own test subject extraordinary?
That was everything I was hoping for.
This is what you were hoping would happen?
Of course. Think, Ricardo. How else are we going to tear down the established order if we have no strength behind our actions?
Why is it you never told me this was what you were wanting?
You want the same thing I do for this city. Does it really matter?
You were the one who said you didn't feel as much of a need for secrecy anymore.
Why get your hopes up if there was just a chance it wouldn't lead anywhere? I mean, for all I knew, the steroidal compound that helped create the stabilizer's chemical makeup could have just been used as a base to help keep its form. But seeing it in action, however...
I gotta admit, it was a hell of a show. Does this mean we're finished?
We still need to run another test to ensure the life expectancy of the afflicted is increased, but... Oh yes, Ricardo. We're finished. Ouroboros is finally ready to begin.
CBW Productions presents Green Arrow, Year 1. Written by Wyatt Bowden. Edited by Joseph E.W. Produced by CBW and the Knighthood Project.
If you know what's good for you, you'll get out of here. Now!
All right, man, you got me. Don't you got other people that deserve your attention?
When I found you tonight, you were dealing to kids. Believe me, you're worth my attention.
Yeah, but it's all, like, normal stuff. I thought I heard you mostly go after the Viper dealers.
Mostly doesn't give you a free pass to deal, especially to kids. You're lucky you're not in traction right now.
Okay, I get your point. So why am I still conscious? Not that I'm complaining, but...
I'm looking for the blonde woman in leather who looks after this part of town. Have you seen her?
The canary lady? I thought she was running with you now.
Have you seen her or not?
No, at least not lately. I mean, last anyone said they saw her skulking around was a few days ago.
And how long is a few days?
Last week? Maybe? Is that all? Could you maybe just let me go now? I mean, the guys who ran off had my stuff, so it's not like you necessarily have anything on me.
Fine.
Oh, my nose! You broke my nose, you crazy bastard! Why?
Oliver.
1 sec. Go ahead.
How's it going? You find anything?
Nothing. Not a single mention of Dinah or a blonde woman in a leather jacket in over a week. I'm worried something's happened.
I'm worried too. But it's not like this is atypical of her. She does go radio silent sometimes.
She never goes away this long without telling us she's okay at least.
I know. I'm just trying to...
Anything new on your side?
Don't you think I'd be calling in with better news if I did?
It doesn't mean something couldn't have changed since you called.
I'm not disagreeing, Oliver. But we need to be level-headed about this. Bickering with each other isn't going to solve...
Just check the damn feeds again.
Well, will you look at that? Still nothing.
I'm sorry, John. Just because I'm upset doesn't mean I should...
Hold up. Someone just came over the police band.
Is it Dinah?
No, but it's something we should look into.
What is it?
Shootout in East Pennytown. Looks like a squad car is pinned down in a firefight with some of the Bertinellis.
Sounds like whatever's left of the Bertinellis are trying to re-establish dominance in the city since losing Bertinelli Sr. I'm on it.
You sure? I can look into that if you want to keep looking for Dinah.
I can handle this. Keep monitoring the police feeds and the hospital admittance logs. I'm not far from the scene, so I'll head over now. Wherever you are, Dinah, I hope you're okay.
Cease fire and lay down your weapons!
You first! Nah, we ain't doing nothing. The Bertinellis still own these streets.
Dispatch, this is Unit 2. We're still under heavy fire. I repeat, still under heavy fire and now running low on ammo. We need backup down here ASAP!
I hear you, Unit 2, but the best anyone can do is 10 minutes.
We're gonna be dead in 10 minutes! The hell?
It's the hood guy! This is our chance!
Nah, man, we should wait a minute.
But aren't we supposed to?
Look. I know what we're supposed to do. But look at him. He's tearing those guys apart.
Yeah, good point. So, what should we do?
Let's call it in like we were told, while we wait for him to finish up.
But how do we make sure he stays put?
We do what we need to do when any suspect attempts to flee the scene. We detain them by whatever means necessary. Jesus, look at him go!
I'll call Collins.
Vigilante piece of trash!
Oh God! My leg! Took out my leg! Ah! What the hell is wrong with
You'll walk again. The shootout's been handled. I'm gonna patrol around the neighborhood for another hour, and then I'll head...
Sorry to do you dirty like this after you saved our asses, but you are wanted for murder.
Oliver, you okay? Oliver, do you need backup? Oliver, come in.
Encore! Encore!
No encore for you. I don't think my ears can take it.
Gina!
What did I just say about my ears?
Sorry, just a little excited. I haven't seen you in forever. Do you want to sing a duet with me?
No, I don't want to sing a duet. I'm on the clock here, Thea. I got called over here because there was a report about a drunken woman causing a disturbance. Now I see why I was the one who was called.
A disturbance? I wonder who that could be. I've been here for hours and it's been pretty quiet.
I have a pretty good idea of who the culprit is.
Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, is it me? Am I causing the disturbance?
Do you see anyone else being loud and obnoxious while intoxicated?
What's wrong with blowing off steam and having some fun? As hard as I work, I deserve to cut loose. You should try it sometime.
Thea, I'm not here to argue with you about how to have a good time. I'm here because you need to take it down a notch and sober up.
You know, you used to be a lot more fun when you, my brother, and Tommy would go out all hours of the night doing exactly what I'm doing. What happened to that, Gina? Why am I getting treated so harshly for just continuing the tradition?
Because most of those nights consisted of me babysitting your brother from doing something stupid while he was wasted. Believe me, Thea, being like Oliver during his reckless phase is not something you should want to aspire to.
Whatever.
Come on, Thea. It's time to settle up and leave.
Get your hands off me!
Thea?
Hey, is there a problem over there, ladies?
SCPD. We're fine. We're just getting ready to leave, actually.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Do you need some help, officer?
I've got this handled. Is that really how you want to play this, Thea? Because you can either politely come out with me to my car so I can give you a ride home, or I can drag you out in handcuffs and throw you in the drunk tank to sleep it off.
You would really haul me in.
If you want to act like a punk, I'll treat you like one. It's your choice, Thea.
It figures. You're just like everybody else.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about how everyone thinks they get to criticize and judge me on who I'm supposed to be. My whole life has just been a constant stream of people telling me what to do and how to act. I get it from my parents, John, Walter, Malcolm.
Okay. While I'm genuinely sorry you feel that way, what exactly does Malcolm, of all people, have to do with any of this?
He's got everything to do with this. Do you even know about half the things that man has done, or what kind of person he really is? He's the last person who has any right to tell someone how to be.
Is there something I should know?
What'd be the point? Aren't you two besties? You probably wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Forget it.
Thea, look, I'm just trying to...
You should probably get that it's probably something actually worth your time.
It's work. Just hold on a second. This is McKenna.
Hey, Cap. Sorry to bug you, but...
I'm in the middle of that disturbance call you asked me to look into, Nina. This had better be important.
Well, it is, ma'am. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you had said you wanted to be kept appraised for any sightings of the vigilante.
And?
He was spotted near East Pennytown less than a half hour ago.
East Pennytown? Wasn't there a squad car nearby dealing with the shootout down there?
Yes, ma'am. I tried calling them, but I haven't been able to get a response.
What was happening the last time you spoke to them?
They said they were pinned down and running out of ammo. Then nothing.
And how long ago was that?
About a half hour ago.
I'm on it.
You sure?
Vigilante sighting or not, someone should check on the situation. I'm nearby, and it's not a problem.
Oh, thank you so much, Cap.
Well...
It's your lucky day, Thea. I don't have any more time to waste trying to reason with you now. So, you're going to go get some water, pay your tab, and give the best tip that bartender has ever seen. Then, you're going to call a cab or an Uber to drive you home. Here, your ride home's on me.
You know, I don't need your help, right?
Right now, I really beg to differ.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means clean yourself up, Thea. I don't know what's come over you to make you start acting like this, but you and I both know that you're better than that.
And there goes another person walking away from me. Clean yourself up, Thea. What does she know? Maybe I should call someone to get me, though.
Hey, it's Ollie. You know what to do with the beep.
How long have you had that voicemail, Ollie?
Please leave a message for John Diggle after the tone.
Hey, John. I was just wondering to see if you could... Actually, don't worry about it. What I wanted... If you wanted anything to do with me, you probably would have answered. But I'm sorry. And I miss you. No tears. No tears. I don't need John or Oliver. I don't need anyone. Another round of your finest. Please.
I don't know if I should.
Come on, not even one more. Oh. This round's on my cop friend.
Didn't she give you that to get a ride home?
Are you here to tend the bar or ask a million questions?
All right. One more. But you need to settle down, or next time I will make you take that nonsense somewhere else. We clear?
As Crystal. It's not like I have anywhere else to be.
Happy on my own.
My head. What? What the hell?
Well. Look who's finally come to. We were starting to worry that maybe the rookie got a lucky shot and just took you out. Wouldn't that have been embarrassing?
What the hell do you think you're doing? Why am I... Huh? You didn't unmask me.
Nah. We didn't touch the merchandise much other than to disarm ya. Honestly, we could all give a shit less who you are under that get up.
Then what's this about?
I guess you could call this a judgment day. With us as your judge, jury, and executioners.
Judgment. Is this about what happened to the mayor? I know it was my arrow at the scene, but I didn't kill him!
You hear that, guys? The freak says he didn't do it! We don't really give a shit if you killed the mayor or not. This ain't about that.
Then, what is it about?
You're really gonna look me in the eyes and tell me you don't know who I am?
You're Paul Collins. I put you in the hospital.
You put me in a goddamn coma, you bastard! You inflicted physical pain onto me that even the doctors don't know how long it'll take for me to fully heal from! But that's not the only reason we have you here. Take a look at all these fine officers before you. Do you know why they're here?
Were they also on the roof that night?
Some were. But a good amount of them are here because they're just as tired of you as I am! You see, our city had a great system for how we handled things. If you saw a punk doing something, you'd rough them up and make sure they tell their dirtbag friends about it. You saw a rich guy doing something. well, they had to pay the toll to avoid getting that same kind of treatment. But then, you had to come along and throw all of that down the hole!
You're mad that I targeted people who were poisoning our city?
We're pissed that you made our easy meal tickets and early retirement go out of business!
All I did was try to get them to stop taking advantage of the people you're supposed to protect. I wasn't even the one who killed them.
You might as well have! You're the reason that damn copycat is running around in the first place! If it wasn't for you, that psycho never would have even existed to blow them all to hell or butcher our friends! Star City was doing just fine, and now look at the shitstorm you've caused!
Just say the word, Paul, and we'll drop this son of a bitch!
Whoa! At ease, fellas! Oh. We don't just want to take out our friend here after all the trouble we went through to lure him out. At least, not until we've had our fun.
What do you mean, lure me out?
Well, I definitely see signs of a shootout. And unless I miss my guess, I think I've spotted one of the renegade Bertinellis. Excuse me, sir. Are you injured? Do you need any medical assistance? This is SCPD. If you can hear me, then I need you to show me your hands. I repeat, I need you to show me your hands. I won't... Oh, shit. Gunshots to the head. That's a nasty way to go. Doesn't look like he's been dead long. No sign of Unit 2 either. Still, though, this is just one Bertinelli. Where did the other ones go? Did they just leave this guy behind? Hello, what's this? Seems like someone left a mess for me to follow. I wonder where you lead. Ah, an ominous blood trail leading to the side of a dripping dumpster. That's not creepy at all. I swear to God if someone's hiding in here. SCPD! Show me your... Oh my God, sweet Jesus! Dispatch! This is Captain McKenna.
Captain! I'm so glad you called.
Good, because I found the mangled corpses of our suspects in a nearby dumpster at the scene.
Oh, God. Do you think it was the vigilante?
I see arrows and a couple of shoulders, which means he was here, but if the one left lying on the pavement is any indication, cause of death was more likely a gunshot to the head. We would need more forensics out here to be certain. I'm not touching this crime scene more than I already have.
Understood, Captain. I'll get a team out there ASAP.
I also don't see any sign of Unit 2. Was someone already sent out here for backup?
That was one of the things I wanted to tell you. After we got off the phone, another unit called in that they'd be by soon to help Unit 2.
Which unit?
It was Unit 7.
Collins. Where is Collins now?
That was the other thing I needed to talk to you about, Cap. I haven't been able to reach him since then, and now I can't locate his or Unit 2's vehicle.
God damn it, Collins.
Captain?
I'm still here. Keep me updated on Collins and Unit 2. I'm gonna look around the scene some more in case I missed something.
Just say the word, Paul, and we'll drop this son of a bitch.
Whoa!
What the hell?
At ease, fellas. Oh. We don't just want to take out our friend here after all the trouble we went through to lure him out. At least, not until we've had our fun.
What do you mean, lure me out?
What is going on here?
You see, we decided to gamble on your otherwise good-natured heroics and set up a little trap for you.
Huh. So what? You riled up some Bertinelli thugs and provoked them into a shootout just so you could get another crack at me for laying you out on that rooftop?
You did a lot more than lay me out on that rooftop, you son of a bitch! Or do I need to remind you about the soft tissue damage you left me with?
So you sent out your fellow officers to potentially get slaughtered?
I had it handled.
The hell you did!
I had it handled!
If I hadn't shown up, those officers would have ran out of ammo and gotten decimated.
We weren't that far away. It's not like they were in any danger we couldn't control.
Jesus. Collins.
Still, call it a gut feeling. But something told me that if the good guys were in trouble, you'd come running. It could have been worse. We could have used civilians. But I think you would have frowned more on that. I said take it easy! Sheesh. As you can see, my friends here all have some itchy trigger fingers. Which is good, because you definitely are a danger worth being concerned over. But still. Time and place, ladies.
This is insane. I can't just let this happen. But if I go out there, then that puts me and him between Collins and his hit squad. I can't just do nothing, though.
What now? You all take your turns getting a piece of me and then take me out when you're satisfied?
Something like that. See, fellas, I told you he was sharp. That's why you gotta be smart and keep an even sharper eye on him. If he gets loose, then well. God help us.
He gets loose.
You're pathetic, Collins. An insecure psycho hiding behind a badge.
Oh, yeah?
Ow!
Who the hell do you think you are talking to any of us like that? You know, this badge used to mean something before you took the dignity out from behind it.
It still does mean something. You're the one who's tainted it.
Son of a... Gina, what the hell are you doing? He's a criminal. He's wanted for murder. He's given you no reason at all to believe in him. So why are you just gonna jump up to his rescue?
Okay, boys. Time to get this party started.
Yeah! About damn time. Let's show this freak who's the law around here.
All right.
Hell yeah!
All right! Settle down. Now, who's up first? What? No takers? Come on! Where was all that confidence I just heard a second ago? Well, going once, going twice. Sold to the handsome man in front of the mob. That would be me.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. Get your little comments in while you can. Something tells me you won't be doing much of anything when we're through with you.
Oh, to hell with it!
Hey! I thought I said to get a hold of yourselves unless things got out of control! Well, come on! One of you needs to speak up!
Paul?
What?
The chain!
The chain? Oh, shit! shit!
Oh, he's free?
Open fire! Hey! Watch where you're shooting, you idiots!
I got him, Paul!
Oh my god, Gina. What have you done?
You son of a bitch!
How's that for soft tissue damage?
Oh, I got him! I got him! Everybody, rush him! Quick, come on!
Back up! Lower the guns! I said lower them!
Just wisely. Please.
Do as he says! Damn it! I almost... God, what a hell of a right hook you have. Jesus. Alright. So what now, freak? We all know you aren't gonna kill Fitzy here. So what's the plan?
I won't kill him. But you and I both know the kind of pain I can give him for his part in this. Right, Collins? Look at all of you. When you took up your badges, you swore an oath to uphold the law and protect the people of this city.
What's this? A lecture from a freak in a mask who breaks the law to accomplish his goals.
At least what I do helps people. All you do is use your authority to intimidate and silence the ones you're supposed to be protecting for your own selfish means.
You listen here, mother... When I give the signal, take his ass out.
What about Fitz?
Well, the rookie will have to be collateral damage. This bastard isn't leaving this alley if we can help it. You know, that really is a well-crafted argument you have there. But you still haven't answered how you're getting out of here. We got your bow and your quiver, and that chain won't help you forever. So, I'm pretty sure you're out of tricks. At this point, at least.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think you'll find I'm full of surprises.
He's got a smoke bomb! Open fire! Shoot him now!
Jesus, I can't see.
Just keep shooting! We're bound to hit something!
Where the hell did he go? Oh no. You're not getting away that easily.
Anyone got eyes on the target?
Anyone see anything?
Is he even still here?
My eyes are burning.
God damn it! Hold your fire till the smoke clears! We have to regain visual. Remember, he's injured, so he probably won't get far!
Diggle? Diggle, come in. John? John! Damn it.
Huh? Captain? Captain, what are you doing here?
Get your hands up.
What?
You heard me. Get him up. Now!
I don't understand.
Don't you fight me on this.
I didn't kill the mayor!
You said you didn't do it? Alright. Then who did? You gonna try to blame the other archer for this too? Was he also responsible for what happened to Cord Industries last week?
It's not like you don't know what he's capable of.
How do I know if any of what you told me is true? You keep talking about this other archer, but you're the only one out of the two of us who's actually seen him.
I haven't killed anyone.
Maybe you haven't. But I know one thing is for certain is your weapon was found at the scene. So without further evidence, that makes you prime suspect.
Captain, please. I'm telling you.
Enough! Okay? Just get on your knees and stay put while I find us a way out of here.
I'm not going to just let you.
I'm going to do exactly what I say, or I will make sure Collins knows exactly where to find you.
If that's how you feel, then why did you shoot the chain loose? That was you, right?
Yeah, it was. But I only did it because what they were going to do to you was beyond cruel and unusual. Now shut up. I'm trying to think. It looks like this old server is our only way out. But it's gonna take me a minute to move all this crap.
It's now or never, buddy. You need to tell her the truth. It's the only hope you've got left here now.
Malcolm Merlyn.
Excuse me?
You asked me who killed the mayor. It was Malcolm Merlyn who ordered his death. He's the one in charge of Ouroboros.
Malcolm Merlyn. Really? That's who your big mastermind is.
It's true. It's been him pulling the strings this whole time.
The same Malcolm Merlyn who has always remembered my birthday when my own mother constantly forgets? The same Malcolm Merlyn who's taken me to lunch almost every single week since his son died. The same Malcolm Merlyn who helped pay off my student loans and only wanted a thank you in return. That Malcolm Merlyn?
Look, I know this may be hard to believe.
Hard to believe? It's insane! Why the hell would Malcolm be in charge of something like this? Who even told you this was true?
Listen, I'm not exactly in a position to explain everything right now, but I need you to believe me.
Believe you? You mean after all the sneaking around behind my back you've done?
Captain, I'm trying to help you.
No! You really want to have this conversation? Then right now, I need you to shut the hell up and listen to me! For once!
Okay.
I have tried so hard to work with you this year. Your methods may have been misguided, but I saw the good you were doing for the people of this city. You were giving them hope and making criminals afraid again. So I decided to try and make an arrangement with you. You help me, I help you. Remember? Then you went rogue, and that created casualties on my side of things. I told myself I was done with you after that. But then you managed to pull off a miracle and got me to believe in you again. When we saved that kid together. Then not even a month later, I get wind that you terrorized the mayor. And then the next day, we find him thrown from his office window with your arrow stuck in his neck. Now here we are. You're telling me that the one person who has always been there for me in my life, when all others have let me down, has just been lying to my face for years about what kind of person he really is. So I'm done with this. Maybe you didn't kill the mayor. Or maybe you're just a deranged lunatic that can't accept the things he's done. It doesn't matter. I'm done believing in this insanity you bring into my life.
McKenna, please. I'm telling the truth.
How do I know that after everything you've done?
He has everything he needs to stabilize his Dragon Viper formula and bring this city to its knees. If there was ever a time to trust me, this would be it.
Why should I trust you? You keep telling me everything except why I should listen to anything you have to say. Give me a reason. Just one. No. Nothing. That's what I thought.
Because you always have.
What?
For years, you've always been the one person I knew I could count on no matter what. Even when I didn't deserve it and only made things worse, you always found a reason to believe in me again.
That voice.
I told you recently it was because you don't shy away from complexity. Because you always would rather look through someone in their worst moment to try and find something good in them. I may not have always been the most faithful person to be in a relationship with back then, but that was one of the many qualities that made me fall in love with you.
No. No, it can't be you.
You may be someone who likes to see the good in people, but you're also someone who likes to see things with their own eyes to believe in them. If this is what it takes to get you to believe in me again, then go ahead. Take off my hood. I trust you, Gina. I always have.
Oliver.
Surprise.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Why didn't I see this before?
Gina, you're not stupid.
But I am! I'm a goddamn police officer! And I couldn't even tell it was you under a hood masking your voice.
Maybe you didn't see it because of how different I've become.
You're really not being all that different when your behavior towards me as the vigilante is just like when we were together. It's just like you always handled things. You screw things up, and then you come begging me to forgive you.
That's not what this is.
No? That's not what you were doing when you came to me on that rooftop after Christmas. Or when you blew up my phone after you were implicated in the mayor's murder?
No. At least, not overtly. Look, I'm doing this because I now know that this is the only thing I have left to salvage this relationship we have here. I'm trusting you with my secret because I need you to listen to me.
So you thought that I would listen to my ex-boyfriend, who constantly cheated on me, over the masked vigilante, who lied to me and is wanted for murder. Jesus! You are really delusional.
I thought it would be easier for you to listen to someone you could really look in the eye. No matter what I did when we were together, you could always look at me and tell when I was lying to you. You may not really know the man in the hood, but you do know me well enough to know when I'm telling you the truth.
I clearly don't know you that well anymore. You even said so the other day.
You know the important things, Gina.
No! I don't know what to believe anymore. Not with you, or the Force, or even with what you said about Malcolm. Between what's happening tonight and everything else, this has all gotten way more out of hand than being able to simply say, look you in the eye.
Trust your instincts, then. People may let you down, but they will never lead you astray if you know in your heart what you really believe in.
Okay. I'll try. Is Malcolm really the one behind all of this craziness?
Yes. As much as I wish he wasn't. He is.
Why?
Because of what happened to Miss Becca. And to Tommy. He wants to punish the whole city for the pain he was made to feel.
Then, what do we do? How do we stop him?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Not right this second. But I'm working on it, I promise. Just please, tell me you believe me.
I do.
Thank you.
I guess you were right, though, about us not having time for this right now. We really need to get out of here before Collins and his boys find us. Okay, I may have spoken too soon. How's the shoulder?
I've felt worse.
Good enough for me. Start hucking down the debris that's blocking our way out. I have no idea how long that pipe is gonna hold.
Hold up! Let me go get some C4 I have in the back of my squad car!
C4? Who the hell is giving them access to armaments like this?
Probably whoever gave them the smoke grenades. Come on, we're almost through.
You think they found a way around?
Hood, are you in there?
Nope. That's our cavalry. I'm in here! There's debris blocking the door.
How close are you to unblocking it?
Pretty close. Keep trying to shove it open and we'll see if we can't expedite the process.
Copy that.
Come on. Let's keep moving the debris.
Is that your bodyguard's voice I hear? He's in on this too?
There'll be more time for introductions later. Almost there.
Alright, stand back. I should have it from here.
Oliver, are you... Captain McKenna?
It's okay, John. I told her.
I see that.
Hey. It's Diggle, right?
You know you could have warned me, right?
I'm sorry. Earpiece is fried from the taser they shot me with.
Look, I'm not mad, Oliver. I'm glad you're okay.
Mostly okay. My shoulder hurts like hell.
Alright, boys, I did us one better. 1 pack of C4 and some riot-grade tear gas.
Right, come on. Lean on me, we'll get out of here.
Sounds like a plan. You coming with?
Where to? Your place?
Something like that. Anywhere's better than here, right?
Reuben! Jacobs! Head around the other side to cut him off just in case he tries to rabbit once we smoke him out!
You got that right. Let me worry about holding him up.
You sure? He's heavier than he looks.
Hey!
I'm sure. You're not as worn out as we are. You might need to cover us if one of those idiots spots us.
Copy that.
Easy does it. You felt worse, right?
Oh.
I see you kept that knife I gave you. Is that the same one you used to kill Franklin?
Shut up!
I'm not admonishing you, Oliver. I'm impressed. Franklin was a special forces soldier before joining up with me here.
Your point?
My point is that he was one of the most ruthless individuals I had ever met, and you, an untrained novice, defeated him. How did you accomplish that?
You're about to find out!
I see you've learned quite a bit more since we last saw each other.
You don't know the half of it.
Tell me, Oliver. What is this really about? Are you really here to protect Tiana? Or is it that you finally found that killer instinct Franklin and I tried to teach you? And now... you can't stop yourself.
You don't know a damn thing about who I am or what I'm feeling.
True. But I know better than most what this island can bring out in someone. Perhaps it's just the freedom in the open air. But even I believe I've succumbed to its charms.
Really? Is that what made you betray Tiana, Mary Liu? Open air?
Oh, she told you about that? How sweet it is to know that our time together left an impression. Not unlike the one I left in her leg the last time we fought.
You were already a murderer before you came here. Nothing's really changed you.
On that, I would have to disagree. Sure, I may have been ruthless before, but I've definitely felt crueler since being on this island. Franklin had also once said something similar in the regard of feeling different here. Maybe it's this place. Or maybe it's just bringing out a piece of us what was already there. You can feel what I'm talking about, can't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. I saw it the day we met, and I see it even more now. Those are the eyes of a killer.
Oh God. What did I just do?
You relied on your killer instinct. You let loose the real you that's trapped behind this heroic facade you're trying so hard to front for her sake.
No! I'm not like you!
Are you sure about that?
I won't let myself be! I hate everything you are with every fiber of my being!
Oh, say it isn't so. Still, you can learn a lot from someone you hate. That's it, Oliver. Show me what you really are!
Come on, man, that's enough. Oliver, you're killing her! That's enough! Letting her push you to the edge like this only proves her right. This isn't what Diana wants, and this isn't who you really are. You can't let her take that away from you.
What are you waiting for? You beat me. Claim your victory.
You were right when you said I've learned a lot. One of the most important lessons was that killing is not the path to true justice. As much as I would love nothing more than to put an arrow in you and end this for good, that wouldn't punish you for what you've done. So we're taking your supply ship, and you're coming with us to face the courts and answer for your crimes. Now get up and move.
What a pity. Such wasted potential.
I said get up!
This is a mistake, you know. You should have killed me when you had the chance.
I said move!
This is a fine bow. I'll have to compliment Tiana on its craftsmanship when I see her. I assume she's over at the docks. Yes?
Wait!
What's wrong? Can't think straight long enough to focus? No worries then. I'll find out for myself.
Sorry.
Don't be. It just stings a little. That's all. How are you doing?
Depends on which part you're asking about.
Okay. Let's start with Collins.
I mean, I knew Paul wasn't exactly Mr. Self-Restraint. He has a list of police brutality charges a mile long, but this...
And what about learning my secret?
It's a lot to take in, I'll admit it. But it does make a lot of things that have happened this past year make a lot more sense.
How so?
Well, for starters, I always wondered why you kept coming around me. Vigilantes tend to avoid cops at all costs, but not you. Now I see it was your way of trying to be a part of my life again.
It didn't start out that way. Not at first, anyway. But after a while, I began to think maybe this was my way to prove to you how much I've changed. Even if it was behind a hood.
You certainly have changed a lot. The Oliver Queen I knew would have never dedicated himself so severely to something like this. All these scars. What happened to you on that island?
A lot. Some of it good, believe it or not. But there's a lot I'd rather forget, if I could.
Couldn't hurt to talk about it with someone. It might help put some things in perspective.
Maybe one day.
Well, if that day comes, I'd like to be there. If you'll let me.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Hey, John.
Hey. How are you feeling?
Lousy. But definitely better now that I'm not strung up in Pennytown.
Captain, has, anything been reported about that?
I had told Dispatch to keep me updated on the situation back before things got worse out there. But I haven't heard anything since we left the scene. Honestly, given how much you hurt Colin's pride, he probably won't report this incident on any official capacity.
What about those bodies you called in?
Oh, I'm sure Collins and his boys have all their alibis set up to make it seem like they were never even involved.
Or that I did it. Probably wouldn't be hard given the murder charge I'm already facing.
That is true.
Captain?
I'm gonna head to the mayor's office and give another look around the crime scene.
You think you might find something forensics missed?
Given how deep Ouroboros has ran itself into the police department, I wouldn't be surprised if I was going there to find something they tried to hide.
What good will that do?
It will hopefully lead to clearing your name for starters. Sorry, but if Malcolm really did have the mayor killed, then he's the one we should be pursuing, not you.
You really think it will matter given we have no idea who else is in his pocket?
Well, I have to try something, Oliver. Let me have your back this time.
Okay, Gina. Just be careful.
Danger kind of comes with the badge, remember?
Hey, Captain, hold up a sec. I just wanted to thank you for looking out for Oliver since I wasn't able to get to him in time.
It's no problem. You don't ever have to thank me for lending a hand. How'd you find us anyway?
He keeps a tracking device in his boot.
Really?
You know, he said the same thing when I told him. But it worked, didn't it?
That it did. Still, I'm grateful all the same, Captain.
Then how about, as thanks, you just call me Gina, Mr. Diggle.
My friends call me Dig. Welcome to the team, Gina.
I'm a part of the team now. I could get used to that.
Hey, Gina. One last thing. Could you please keep an eye out for our friend Dinah?
Dinah? This the blonde chick in the leather jacket?
Yeah, she's been missing.
For how long?
About a week.
And you haven't filed a missing persons?
After everything we've both witnessed tonight, do you really think you'd have any officers that would actively be trying to get something like that done in a timely manner?
Good point. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Gina. That crease in your forehead says something's on your mind, John. I thought you weren't mad.
I wouldn't say I'm mad. Just concerned, alright? I think we should talk about what happened tonight.
Why? I was in trouble and Gina saved me.
Yeah, but we should talk about the fact that this may not have happened at all if you hadn't gone out of your way, searching the streets for Dinah all on yourself while keeping me on the sidelines. Again.
Or we would have both been in danger with no Dinah as a possible backup to track our location. I didn't know Gina would be there to help me, but at least I knew you'd be able to find me.
Just because things worked out this time doesn't mean it makes your behavior okay, Oliver. Because you didn't think ahead, you had to expose our identities to someone else, and not only does that make her a target now, but what if that happened a little differently? What if that hadn't gone over the way it did with her? What do you think you're doing?
I'm really not in the mood for a lecture right now, so I'm going back out to look for Dinah.
After everything that's happened tonight, I think you should rest up and worry about this tomorrow.
So after dealing with a little inconvenience, you'd rather I do nothing when Dinah's life could be in danger?
A little inconvenience? Oliver, you were tortured by 6 armed police officers.
It doesn't matter when Dinah could be going through worse.
That sounds great in theory, but if you keep pushing yourself like this, you're bound to collapse. How the hell does that help Dinah? Look, I'm not saying we should just do nothing. But now that we have Gina on board, let's give her a chance to see if she comes up with anything. A fresh pair of eyes can make all the difference.
Okay, I get it. I just hate not knowing, you know? Like, what if she's been hurt?
I care about her too, man. But getting worked up without knowing everything isn't gonna help us find her faster.
I know. I just...
Honestly, we could be working ourselves up over nothing. Just because it's been a few days since she's checked in, it doesn't necessarily mean someone's got their hands on her.
Hands. Of course.
What?
It's been staring us in the face this whole time. I can't believe I didn't think of this before.
You mind sharing your revelation with me? Or would you rather keep rambling?
It's Merlyn.
Merlyn? You think he's got something to do with Dinah going missing?
I think we'd be crazy to at least not consider it. During my fight with the Dark Archer at Cord, he said it would only be a matter of time before someone like him got his hands on someone I care about.
I admit that's cryptic, but it's not exactly a smoking gun.
Well, if not him, then what else could it be? You have to admit, it's certainly possible.
And I'm not knocking the possibility, but we should think about this before just rushing in.
We've been thinking for over a week, and I haven't exactly heard any better suggestions up until now.
So that's it then. One eerie threat from a psychopath, and that's all the excuse you need to go pummel Merlyn for info?
It's at least an option worth exploring.
And if he does have her, then what? You gonna beat him until he gives her up?
I'll do whatever I have to.
And there it is! The real feeling you've been wanting to express since Merlyn got his stabilizer. This isn't about Dinah. This is about you satiating that violent urge growing in your stomach every time you hear Merlyn's name mentioned.
I'm not listening to this.
Oliver, just wait a second.
No, John, I won't. Now, I know I haven't exactly kept a cool head since learning about Merlyn's involvement,
But this is the only genuine lead we've had after a week of dead ends. And if there's even the slightest chance he knows anything about our friend, then we shouldn't ignore it just because of how he makes me feel.
I get that, man. I just... Look, you're tired, injured, and not exactly behaving rationally after everything you've just had to go through. If you're gonna go charging into the lion's den, then at least let me go with you this time.
You don't think I'm capable of dealing with this?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you may need a hand, since you're not exactly 100% right now, and you'll have better odds getting something out of him if he's cornered and outnumbered.
Fine. Since you seem to think that I can't be relied upon for a clear judgment on how to handle this on my own, then be my guest. I'll give you 10 minutes to get ready. Then I'm heading to Merlyn Global. With or without you.
That's fantastic news, Walter. I'm glad you were able to edit that purchase order in time. Adding another delivery so close to the big day would have potentially put us behind schedule. No, don't worry about her. From what I hear, she's been too busy drowning her sorrows to cause us any trouble. Even so, it's not as though she could really do anything to stop what's coming at this point.
I wouldn't.
No, Walter. Everything's fine. Something has unexpectedly come up, so I'll have to call you back.
Get rid of it.
Well. If it isn't the would-be heroes of Star City. What exactly brings you to my office at this time of night?
Hood.
I have this under control.
Not to be rude, gentlemen, but could someone at least explain to me what this is about?
Malcolm Merlyn, you have failed this city.
And how have I done that, pray tell?
I know everything about Ouroboros, and how you plan to use the Dragon Viper. Your plan to destroy the city ends now!
Destroy the city? Oh, how incredibly myopic of you to assume my goal is only for destructive purposes. Though, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You've been incredibly naive this entire time.
Hood! Enlighten me then.
Very well. Take a look outside that hood of yours and really tell me what you see. Where you may see a cracked foundation that needs mending, I see a city drowning in its own filth. A city so wrapped up in its own greed and corruption that it can't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I see a city in desperate need of saving. By any means necessary.
You don't have the right to decide the fate of others.
Well, I find that hilariously ironic coming from you. Isn't that exactly what you do every single night? The only difference is that I perform mine on a scale that actually makes a difference.
Don't act like what you're doing is for anyone but yourself. I know about how you lost your wife and son. That doesn't excuse genocide.
I suppose we'll have to disagree on that matter.
We're not here to wax philosophical with you, Merlyn. We want to know if you've had anything to do with the disappearance of our friend.
People like you have friends?
Answer the question! Did you kidnap Black Canary?
What's that? Do you mean to tell me your songbird hasn't flown back to the nest yet? How awful.
What have you done with her?
Don't you think it's a little presumptuous to assume I hold all the blame for a predicament she chose to put herself in? I mean, she came looking for me, after all.
What?
She did.
I will say, though, she is a tough little bird. I worked on her for hours, but
what?
No matter what I did, she never cracked. Gotta admire that strength and resolve. It's so rare nowadays.
Where is she?
Somewhere only I know the location of.
You're bluffing.
Am I? Then why not let loose your arrow and find out?
Don't let him play you like this, Hood. You could be throwing Canary's life away if you take that shot.
Regardless of if I'm bluffing or not, I need you to understand something, Vigilante. There is no stopping what is coming to this city. There is no argument you can make or threats you can come up with to dissuade me from my course. The only way you can ensure this will end here and now is if you end me. Sure, you may end up sacrificing your friend in the process, but are you really going to let one life hinder you from saving thousands?
You don't get to decide that for me. There are worse pains I can inflict on you than death.
How on earth?
A shot to the leg. Really? Well, that certainly would have been a painfully cheap shot.
How did you do that?
Catch your arrow? Oh, that's child's play compared to some of the other things you've seen me do.
What are you talking about?
Really? You've made it all this way, to this very moment, and still haven't made the connection as to how I could have caught your arrow or kidnapped your canary. Really? How disappointing. I mean, every time I feel like you're finally getting ahead, you demonstrate just how far behind you really are. You know, when we fought last Christmas, I told you that you had no idea who you were dealing with. I would have hoped you at least had an inkling by now.
Of course.
Ah, the eureka moment, at last!
Is he saying that he's...
I'm saying that I am indeed the man you're looking for. In every sense of what you've been looking for.
I can't believe I didn't see it until now. It's you. It's always been you.
From the very first moment I surprised Vincent Regan in his office. You know, when I surprised your canary with what I can do, she let slip what it is that you call me behind closed doors. I must admit, I've always hated the name Black Arrow. But I am beginning to grow fond of being called the Dark Archer.
You're outnumbered here, Merlyn. There's two of us and just one of you.
Oh, you think numbers will bring you favor here? Well, you are both certainly more than welcome to try your luck. Keep in mind, though, that I won't exactly go down easy just because there's two of you.
Don't worry. I'll make sure you stay down.
Hood, wait, don't!
Took out your favorite toy. Now what'll you do? Come on, get up. Surely, that's not all you've got.
This guy's seriously starting to tick me off. Look, we might be in over our heads here. We may want to consider a tactical retreat.
No! We can get him! You hit him high, I'll hit him low. Good! No!
Now, let's see who you are under that hood. Oliver? Well, this certainly explains a lot about all those nights you had Thea worried with your disappearing act. I must admit, I'm embarrassed for not realizing this on my own. Then again, I guess we're both to blame for not seeing what was right in front of our faces. Whoa now, Oliver. Listen, we don't have to keep fighting.
Why shouldn't we? Nothing's changed!
I beg to differ in some regard. Listen, son, now that we have everything out in the open, why don't we take a moment and actually talk about this?
Why? So you could keep lying to me and try to manipulate me the way you did Thea?
You're not exactly in a position to admonish anyone for a little embellishment, Oliver. But I meant what I said at the cafe about our families being unified. I want for us to be united. We don't have to keep plodding down this path against each other. You can stop this.
Oliver... You've hurt my friends. You manipulated my sister for years. You've infiltrated every major infrastructure in this city to try and fulfill this insane plan of yours. I have nothing to say to you, Malcolm.
Well, you can certainly never say I didn't try. Come on then. Make me regret what I've done.
With pleasure.
I may have heard through the grapevine you might be favoring that shoulder a bit more tonight.
A little pain isn't gonna stop me from kicking your ass!
Something very interesting must have happened to you on that island to make you this vicious.
More than you can imagine.
Oliver. It's a little too late to be worried about self-preservation now, son. You had your chance to stop this. Oh. Hello. I nearly forgot about you. Oliver, you seem to have left your friend here in quite a problematic position. I would hate for you to fail someone else that you care about the way you failed my son.
I didn't fail your son!
Oliver!
Oliver! No! Stop! He's had enough!
You're the one who's failed the ones you care about! You're the one who deserves to be punished for what you've done!
Oliver, you're just giving him what he wants by letting him push you to this point.
You know he's right, Op. It's just like with Chen Na Wei. Killing him isn't going to do anything other than make you hate yourself more than you already do. You don't have to do this. You can just walk away.
Oliver, if you kill him, we're never gonna find Dinah. Oliver!
Oh my God. You're right. I almost... Let me get you out of here.
We need to get out of here.
What about Dinah?
The mission's blown. We have to find another way.
But Dinah...
We at least know who has her now, so let's grab your bow and let's go before...
Leaving so soon, gentlemen. I thought you were going to make me stay down, Oliver. I suppose that round goes to you this time, Vigilante.
Green Arrow Year 1 stars Jake Johnston as Oliver Queen. VHS is John Diggle. Summer Rose as Thea Queen. J.D. Shouse as Malcolm Merlyn. Colima Acevedo as Gina McKenna. Noelle Pennison as Chen Na Wei. Wyatt West as Paul Collins. With Wyatt Bowden as Tommy Merlyn and Joseph Bozlinski as Ricardo Diaz. Featuring additional voices by Wyatt West, Alex B., Henry Schultz, Jeremy Tucker, Colima Acevedo, Gina Stockwell, and Wyatt Bowden. Story written and directed by Wyatt Bowden. Music scored by Wolf No. 9. Featuring additional music brought to you by the Knighthood Project. Audio engineered by Billy Mazzell. Series art by Evan Collin. Edited by Joseph E.W. Series produced by CBW Productions and the Knighthood Project. In the past, Diana rushes to Oliver's rescue after realizing what decision he's made for China White. In the present, the team begins to question what they can possibly do now that Malcolm Merlyn knows their identities. Oliver and Thea clash over the distance that's been placed between them. And McKenna begins to look for an alternative to catching Merlyn for what he's done. Next time on Green Arrow Year 1, Inner Demons. In the darkest moments, in your most quiet frustration, shouldn't there still be some glimmer of hope?